Hello, folks. So, if it's your first time here, my name is Steve, and I was diagnosed with liver cirrhosis in August 2025. So, this is my daily vlog on what it's like living with a condition. Hopefully, from all of the vlogs I've put out so far, you will have seen that actually your normal problems don't go away. they get added to sometimes. And you know, life is what life is. It's going to keep throwing stuff at you, and you're just going to have to keep batting it away. But yeah, so I mean, look, I've been in hospital 4 times, but since I was diagnosed, I've got divorced. I'm trying to sell the house. I've got a load of other stuff going on. I had to miss a holiday out to Florida with my son. I am hoping to take him away down to the forest for a few days next week. So vlogs may be limited to shorts. And I will be filming, or we will be filming, for our Tooth Talks Travel YouTube channel. UK breaks don't tend to do as well on that channel. But hey, you never know. It's one of those things. We've got to get the content out there. It keeps me busy, gives me something to do during the day, keeps my hand in. That Tooth Talks Travel is monetized. It only pays about £20 a month, but I'm happy with that. That's £20 a month that I wouldn't have otherwise. So, you know, the whole idea of it was to take people places before they actually went there. We all want to spend our hard-earned money on a holiday that we know is going to be okay. So, hopefully, it gives people an idea of what to expect when they get to wherever they're going. And we've been all over. We've been to Thailand. We've been to quite a lot of different Canary Islands. There's Turkey. There's quite a lot on that channel. So if you're in the market for holiday, go and have a butcher's. I was feeling really good yesterday. I had a very funny night, so I was about to yawn. Oh dear, I always seem to start yawning as soon as I come on and do this. It's not you lot, I promise, I'm not bored. So I was watching a film last night, and at 7:30, I just couldn't keep my eyes open any longer, so I went to bed. And I woke up about midnight, and then couldn't get back to sleep till about 6-7 this morning. And I did sleep again until about 10:30. So I got the hours, but with a really big break in between. So I got up this morning, put some laundry on. Like I said, you know, the daily stuff doesn't go away. You've got to carry on and get all that done. I had a bit of breakfast. And then I started feeling quite lethargic again. So I had Huel Black ready to drink, just to up my protein levels a little bit and give me some slow release carbs. Excuse me. And I've had all my tablets. So I did knock the lactulose on the head for 1 dose because I had the runs a bit. And then I knocked it on the head one evening. And then the next morning I had some bran flakes. And I've had those a couple of times now. And I restarted the lactulose again the very next morning. And that seems to have balanced my system out a little bit. So I'm okay with that. But Taking everything else as well. My weight has gone down again a tiny bit, just about another 0.4 of a kilo. So that trend continues. I'm quite happy with that at the moment. If anything, it gives me a little bit of wriggle room in the bank. And it just shows me really that I've got my sort of liquid intake, food intake, and tablets in a fair enough balance. I did want to touch on yesterday. So I had the Itsu noodles, and I made sort of like a poor man's homemade ramen, probably more like super noodles than ramen. So I used the chicken broth that I made, and I put some gochujang in with it. Now, I just figured it's worth saying, gochujang is quite salty. But I didn't use too much. So I only used about 8 grams, about half a tablespoon. And I mixed that into the broth itself. And then I put the noodles in the broth. And then I only ate the noodles. I didn't drink the broth. So I just had the flavour of it coating the noodles. And then I had a couple of bananas for the potassium. I got some, I keep in the cupboard some magnesium citrate tablets. So I had a couple of those. And then I had an apple as well for the soluble fibre for the pectin, just to balance all of that stuff out. Even though it wasn't like loads of sodium, I just figured it doesn't hurt to stay on top of that stuff. So that's what I've done. I didn't have an electrolyte drink yesterday, but I've had one this morning because of the fatigue. But I'm not as worried. I think that's more to do with the lack of sleep last night, or the broken sleep last night, and rather than hepatic encephalopathy. I'm getting very good at saying that word. I'm figuring it's that, because obviously the lactulose draws water in through the bowel, and every time you poop, it sort of flushes out ammonia from the system, which is one of the big causes of hepatic encephalopathy. So I've been 3 times today. So I'm thinking that side of things is probably okay. I don't feel too dopey / confused in my head, just tired. So I need to really sort of punch through this, and I'll do that by making sure that I'm grazing every 2-3 hours and keeping my energy levels up that way, and then try and wait until 8:30 before I go to bed, and then see if I can build up enough sleep pressure to stay asleep for the night. It doesn't help when you're having to get up to go to the loo a few times a night, and that's not necessarily, I mean, you can link it to liver cirrhosis, but you can also link it to being a bit of an old man now. I say a bit of an old man. I mean, I'm 51, for Christ's sake. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I shouldn't be that doddery. But that's where I find myself with this condition. So you got to take it and deal with what you've got in front of you. So anyway, I think that's probably enough for now. I will try and get another vlog done tomorrow. Saturday we will have to see, and then Sunday I'm going to be on my toes, ready to meet my son on Monday morning, to go away. And yeah, that will follow on the Tooth Talks travel vlog, and I'll do some shorts for this channel as well, just to sort of keep you up to date with how I'm feeling. But I really feel like, well, one, you know, like it hasn't actually cost me a penny, which is handy. So I had a little bit of insurance came through from the Florida trip, little bit of refund. And then where I'd sort of like been buying my own and reimbursing my own travel tickets and stuff like that for work. The train tickets, I had enough points to cover those. And then I also had enough points to cover like a few nights in the hotel. So it's not really cost me much. It'll cost me like to eat while we're there, which I'm going to have to be careful about. But we're going to go to, it's a self-catering place, so we're going to go to a supermarket on the way in and get some stuff and stock up. And then there are restaurants on site as well, so we'll have a look there. But yeah, I kind of figure my life can't just be about sitting here and pottering about the house and then going to hospital and then coming back and sitting here and pottering about the house and then going to hospital. I need to be away and do stuff. And you know, if I get ill when I'm away, I get ill when I'm away. There's not much I can do about that. It's not like I'm going abroad. There'll be hospitals down where I'm going to. I've got an open return on me train ticket. So yeah, I don't see it happening the way things are. In fact, being in hospital last week, sounds weird to say, but was probably good timing, because I'm unlikely to get ill again immediately. And it does mean that they've completely flushed me out and got me back on a level. So I'm starting again from a good baseline. So I'm hoping that this break's going to be fine. And yeah, so that's enough for today. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, you'll get some shorts next week, and the Tooth Talks travel vlog. And then the week after, I will be back, hopefully doing some longer form content like this one, and let you know how I found being away, travelling with liver cirrhosis, and eating and all that sort of stuff. So be nice and be kind, because you never know what people are going through. And until the next one, laters potatoes, off you pop.